What's that?
How do we raise these spoiled kids differently? Like, did you talk back to your parents?
Nah, man.
My kids talking back to me. I don't know what to do.
Nah, I
I need
mean,
your help too, because I got a 2-month-old and his name's Prince.
well,
So we
You
have
know,
some royalty names.
but you know what? I actually kind of like it though, because my daughter very shy and timid. Now she's coming into herself.
right.
We had a little go this morning, but I actually felt good about it. So
The thing is, I feel like when they challenge their parents, I think that's getting them ready for challenging the world. You know what I mean? Because the universe for a kid begins at home with their parents. You know what I mean? And if they can't find their voice with their mom, their dad, or whoever the authority is in the house, when they get out there in the world, they won't be able to find their voice or assert themselves then.
Video you just saw in the beginning of this video is Shaq and Ti. Just in case you don't know who they are, Shaquille O'Neal and old Clifford Harris, aka Ti. So they're talking about, how do they raise kids with their financial status? Talking about being wealthy and things of that nature, and how basically, I mean, you saw it for yourself. Him asking Ti, "You ever talk about your parents?" Ti lied and went, "No, I ain't never talked about my parents. I sold drugs when I lived with them. I did illegal shit allegedly, but talking back, that's a no-no." So the thing about it is this, right? I don't have children. I don't want children, but I was a child, and from what I can surmise, I think talking back, I think that's just man, that's just gonna happen. You know, there's no different way to say it. There's no way to avoid it. I think talking back to your parents really is just that's just like the way of the world. Like, and this is what I mean, like blatant disrespect and things like that. Like cursing your parents out, saying "fuck you," hell no, I'm not doing this shit. Fuck out my face, calling them names. That no, I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about uh, take the trash out. Why? You know, do this. Why? You know, and I think that's just a natural part. Like it's I think it's natural to have static and a little friction with the people that's trying to raise you because you're a child. Think about it. You go from newborn to, let's say, 4 or 5 years old. So 4 or 5 years you have of or less. Yeah, that's like 4 years of your parents coddling you. In the beginning, they're coddling you. They're making these funny little faces at you. Trying to get you to talk. Then all of a sudden, now you can talk, and you learn the words no, why, and I don't want to do that. Well, who else are you around but your parents at that age? You're not around anybody else. So these people are trying to these people that that you love, that say they love you. Now it's like, well, I can't go outside. I can't have this toy. I can't. And that's all y'all say is no. All I do is no. Can I stay up a little longer? No. Can I go over this person's house? No. Can I do this? No. It's like, damn, I can't do nothing. But just a while ago, everything was cool. I was in my crib chilling. It's like y'all couldn't tell. Y'all couldn't. No didn't even come into y'all's thought process. Into y'all's that wasn't even in y'all's vocabulary. Now y'all say it every other damn second. You know, I think it's just a natural thing that happens. Talking back to your parent, like I said, talking back, blatant disrespect, two different things. But I think even with disrespect, to a degree, and everybody has their own definition now of what they consider disrespect. But I think in general, that's just what's gonna happen. Like Ti lied, Ti lied. She go Shaq. Ti, did you ever talk back to your parents? No. Yes, you did. You talked back. Was it did you talk back a whole lot? Did you curse your parents out? No, but man, everybody talk back to their parents. There's no one person that said I never talk back. Because if your parents tell you to do something and you ask them why, you tell them, are you giving them? That's talking back. They're telling you to do something and you ain't doing it. That's talking back. It's different degrees of it, but we all do it. We've all done it, you know. Trying to fight your parents and all that, that's a whole different thing. But talking back to them, I mean, shit. And I kind of like what T.I. said. T.I. was like, you kind of learn that at the house. You learn that at the house. Like, if your parents can't, if your child can't challenge the words of, because your parents don't know everything, you know. Nobody knows everything, but your parents only know what they know. So if you don't challenge them to some degree, not only are you not going to grow, they might not grow either. You know, they might, as weird as that may sound, you be like, well, I don't need to grow. Well, you're a human being. So let's say you have a child at 20, you know, and let's say your child is 6 years old now, you know, when you're 26, that don't mean you stop growing because you're still alive. You know, you still got to learn things, and maybe even children. And something my mom even said, children teach you a lot, and they don't even know they're doing it. So, you know, I think those conversations, I know we think, well, I'm big, I'm grown, I don't got to explain myself to you. I say something, you do it. Well, to a degree, yeah. Like I said earlier, like if you tell a child to take out the trash and they say why, explain to them why. You live in this house, you contributing to the trash. I'm your father, and if it's a mama, I'm your mother. I'm telling you, take the trash out because I'm teaching you to be responsible. When it's something that you see needs to be done, do it. And I expect you to do it without me having to tell you to do it all the time. You know, so I'm gearing you up for that. Now, am I saying have that conversation every time, take the trash out? Why? Well, like I said 2 weeks ago, no, I'm not saying that at all. Absolutely not. You tell them one time, you explain it to them one time. And and if they want to keep on being smart, well, what if I forgot? But would you talk? Then you know, now you're being disrespectful. You know, now you're being disrespectful. You know, and you're talking back just to you basically you're trying to push your parent to the limit of almost getting your ass smacked or whooped or whatever you want to say. You know, but yeah, man, like I said, that's just one man with no kids take on on parenting, I guess. And man, look here. Listen, at the end of the day, it's a job that y'all sign up for. Whether you do it the right way and wait till you have kids till you're married to find the right one, whatever you want to say, or whether it was like a one night stand or whatever. But hey, look, there's ways to prevent children. And there's ways to, you know, there's ways to prevent children. That's all I'm gonna say. And when you decide to carry that pregnancy to term, women, and man, you on board with it, and y'all want to raise a child, that's just what's gonna happen. You know, that old school way of I'm just gonna beat the shit out my kids until they do. Like, man, what good does that do? What good does it do? I'm just gonna whip my kids' ass until they can't fucking sit down. Ain't a pillow to sit down. What good does that do? A lot of people have kids just to take their aggression out on them, to live vicariously through them, to take their frustrations out on them because they're insecure about things that they didn't achieve or couldn't achieve, or they see something in their children that they don't have, or whatever. It's all kind of stupid, weird little shit that goes on with parents, especially with fathers and sons. You know, I know a little something about that. Not abuse, but just no, my father's great. It's just I know a little something about that. But yeah, man, like I said, parenting, it seemed like a job. Like it just seems like I mean, it goes on. It never stops. Like you never stop being a parent. Even if your child is 35, you're like they're still your child. They're still you're still their parent. They're still your child. They're not a child. And you know, like I said, I would disown a child. Like if I had a child that was like just unruly and just wanted to do shit that I didn't teach it. Like, where do you learn? Like, you want to be in the street? Where did you learn this shit? I don't come from the street. So where the fuck do you learn the street shit from? You know? So if I had a child like that, I'd kick him out the house and fend him to the wolves. You know what I mean? Like, you want to act like a wolf? Go on out there, lone wolf. Show them what you got, because that ain't how I raised you. So anyway, in conclusion, to wrap this up, talking back and things of that nature. That's just gonna happen, you know. And nobody's immune to it. I think children are different. Some children do it more than others. Some children have more of an obedient kind of nature, and some children have more of a fiery, why am I doing this? And that's not bad. Maybe if you would feed into that, damn, you know what? Because maybe you're like that. Maybe you as a parent are like that, mother or father. Maybe you kind of like, I don't just be doing with it. Even with my parents growing up, I didn't just do what anybody told me to do. Like, why am I doing this? You could teach your child not to be some damn drone. They just get up and do it. Like, you could teach your child to buck against the system. Now there's a time and place. I ain't doing that shit with cops or some shit like that. That may not be the best time to do that, but at least with in settings where it's like appropriate, like in a meeting or stuff like that. Teach them to don't just go along with what everybody said just because somebody telling you they're just running their mouth because they got a hole in their face. You ain't got to listen to them. You ain't got to believe them. Challenge authority, not cops and shit. I'm not talking about that, but challenge authority and stuff like that, man. So anyway, that's all I got. Let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, subscribe. Go ahead and share this for me if you ain't doing shit else. And I'm gonna get up with y'all later. Appreciate it.